All right, everybody, welcome inside the den here, Fox 5 Las Vegas, Sound Off Sports. I'm Mike Davis. We're joined right now by perhaps the biggest guest we have ever had here on Sound Off Sports, Mike Tyson, talking about the inaugural, the first ever Mike Tyson Invitational. It's all about showcasing elite amateurs. He's getting back to his roots. The youngest heavyweight champion ever of the world, the one, the only Mike Tyson. Mike, thanks so much for spending so much time with us.
Hey man, it's a pleasure, really. I'm just my hometown. It's a pleasure.
Hometown guy here. Mike, let's talk about this because before you became that youngest ever heavyweight champion, before you even fought Hector Mercedes for your first pro fight, you had to fight amateur fights, right? So now you're taking an interest in developing and fostering a new generation of elite young amateur boxers. Tell us what made you want to do this.
Hey, listen, I was looking at the amateurs fighting, and I was told that they were thinking about planning of taking the Olympics and the Olympic taking boxing out of the Olympics. And I was saying boxing was like the heartbeat of the Olympics. Now they're just trying to get rid of it. And I wanted to I realized they didn't have as many boxing clubs as they had when I was a kid. So I wanted to start that whole new culture again.
It's a special thing because not everybody gets, summoned to a guy like Cus D'Amato, like you were,
Hey,
and
oh,
all
you're
those.
absolutely right. There's that's a one in a trillion time situation. There's no doubt about that.
And that's why you're.
And I want to give back to boxing what he gave to me.
And what did he teach you? Because this is a guy, who really became not only just a father figure, but a mentor. And Teddy Atlas was there, Bobby Stewart. But Cus was the guy who really taught you so much about not just the physicality of boxing and the peekaboo method and all that stuff, but how it's 90% mental, and that's what made you stand out as well. And people don't think about that.
100%. This is something else. Cus believed in having a lot of experience. Fight as much as you can, as often as you can. Because, for instance, Lomachenko, right? This guy had probably 500 amateur fights, and that's only the 500 that he has on record. That's on record. To ask him about the fights that he had that's not on record when he's 5 years old. He don't count those baby fights when he's a little kid, he's 10, 15, 14. They don't count those fights. Those are hundreds of fights. And so that's why he comes to this country, have 5 fights or 3 fights and win a world title. Because the guy he's fighting that's the champion in America is an amateur.
Right.
But he thinks he's a pro because he has the belt. This guy has 3 fights, 4 fights. He come and he knocks the guy out. Everybody thinks this guy's a god. No, he's not a god. He got 900 amateur fight experience. That's why he looks so successful and so brilliant with 2 fights.
It's
Do you understand
true.
what I'm saying now?
It's true, right? We all think about, oh, we take a look at this record. There's not too many fights, but there's a whole career before the career
Yes,
even starts.
yes.
And for
He was
you,
a professional as a baby.
right,
Lomachenko. I know
exactly.
it's funny, but it's true.
And
He
that's why the Mike
yeah,
Tyson Invitational is so special because I think America is behind when it comes to
yeah,
the amateur careers, and that's why we need a guy like you fostering this young talent. You won the Junior Olympic gold in '81 and '82. You were the
yeah,
'84 National Gold Gloves heavyweight champ. So this is all before your professional career. But tell me if this is
yeah.
true. Was your first ever fight, even as a kid, because an older kid pulled off the head of one of your pigeons?
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
What happened? Tell me that story.
I don't know this guy. He was a bully. He took one of my birds from my roof that I had hitting, and I asked him to give it back. He said explicit language about me, and he ripped my bird head off. And he hit me with the bird after he ripped the bird head off.
And then what did you do? You went at
I
him,
just started fighting. Yeah.
and did you knock him out like you knocked everybody else out?
No, but I didn't knock him out. I dropped him, right? But after that fight, I fought every day. I must have had 300 amateur fights in the streets alone.
It's crazy. So tell us a little bit about more about Cus, because Cus was a guy born in 1908. That's a long
Yeah.
time ago. So this is a guy who really
He was
had
56 when I was born.
56 when you were born. So he
Yeah.
takes you in, your mother dies 16, and now this guy starts teaching you not just about, peekaboo style and all this stuff, but the mentality behind boxing. I always used to love how you came into the ring, you were so focused. It wasn't about the showmanship, all this stuff. You had such a a discipline and a drive and a mentality. What did you take away most from him, and how did that help you get to the heights of the boxing world?
Confidence and self-belief, discipline.
It's discipline is such a key thing. So tell us what's going to be happening, because right now, this 3-day event, Mike Tyson
Yes.
Invitational, you got to go to the
It's going to be March
MikeTysonInvitational.com.
12th to the 14th in Las Vegas. Tickets are on sale now. MikeTysonInvitational.com.
You got to go there, MikeTysonInvitational.com. I'm going to tell you right now,
Calling all amateur fighters. Let's see what we got, guys.
we're going to see open workouts. You're going to be able to see
Yeah.
Mike there as well. The 3-day
The
event.
best amateur fighters in the country and in the world will be there.
It's going to be so special. This website, once you go to MikeTysonInvitational.com, it's one of the coolest websites I've ever been on. The first thing you see is the Iron Mike, the Iron Fist. It starts like turning all like gooey and like hot and fiery. It's pretty awesome, this website. Go there. There's VIP tables available as well. So you make sure you go check that out.
Listen, man, you gotta see this stuff with these guys. These young amateur fighters, they're hungry. They have so much desire. You just gotta see them, man. There's something to view.
We need a little bit more of that heavyweight action, right? Because so much of the boxing world right now, we see, like, listen, you might be upset at me for saying this, but when I see, more of those lightweights, the Floyd Mayweather style of boxing, it doesn't garner the same, interest for the fans. Like when we watch the fights with you and Trevor Burbick, you and Holmes, all these guys, Holyfield, you're going at these guys, the sensational quality to these fights and how you attacked and the power and the speed. We need more of that in boxing right now. How do we recapture that?
Listen, and the amateur program is the way to go because these guys will fight guys. They fight guys with so many different styles. And by the time these guys become professionals, they'll be able to adapt to these styles. And that'll make exciting fights again.
Can you teach people to do? I don't see peekaboo style anymore. What's with that? I don't see. Can you teach amateurs that?
Listen, yes, I do see. It's called peekaboo because that's what was something that the press used in the 50s to make fun of Cus D'Amato's boxing style. But you see fighters not putting their hands up, blocking, and being successful. It's not the peekaboo style, it's just defensive boxing.
Right. But he really took this from karate. Is that true? It was inspired by karate. How is that so?
Because karate is a sport where soon as you're in position, you have to punch and move. 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 Every time you move, you do your combination. And that's how he developed the style that he had, the Cus D'Amato style.
And it's crazy because when you watch these older fights with you, you were shorter, tinier than other people, and you could see they almost had like a confidence that because they were hulking over you in a way that they were going to be able to, do something. And then all of a sudden you come in with zero fear. Did you have fear internally?
Yes, that's the only reason I was successful, because I had fear. Listen, if I was, for instance, if I was a guy walking in there with no fear, I wouldn't move my head. I wouldn't be afraid of being hit. Somebody would hit me and knock me out. That would happen.
So it's a good kind of fear. It's necessary for success. But you didn't look like you were scared at all, ever.
No, I'm extremely confident, but the fear is not to distinguish to astonish anything from me. I wasn't astonished, but I was just confident, and I just wanted to fight. I just knew what I was capable of doing. I can't even explain it, because how do you explain confidence?
Right.
I'm just made to do this stuff.
Exactly. You have to be summoned like you were summoned to cuss. Listen, MikeTysonInvitational.com. You got to go check this out. March 14th is going to be so exciting here in Las Vegas. You got to make sure you go check out the Radiant Brand Complex in Las Vegas, March 12th through the 14th. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Guys. It's going to be so much fun. Mike Tyson's going to be there. It's the first ever. You want to be able to tell people, I went to the first ever Mike Tyson Invitational, because when this
we got that for 10 or 20 years. Wow.
This is going to be big for not only just elite youth, elite amateurs, but this is going to be fostering a whole new generation of great young talent. What is the number one thing, Mike, you would say, if you could pick one attribute, one trait to make a great boxer, when he's a youngster, an amateur, what would you say that one trait would be? If you could pick one thing, would it be fear? Would it be strength, discipline? What would be that one trait?
I like to find a guy that knows he's a nobody but wants to be a somebody.
Ooh, I like that. That's like a Rocky level quote. I love that. Let's talk about a couple other things here, Mike. You look like you're in such great shape right now. We saw
Oh, I
this.
am. Listen, I am. I'm 227. I've been training. I'm ready to fight today.
Yeah, I heard there was going to be maybe even you and Floyd. Is that going to ever happen?
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, in Africa, hopefully.
That would be huge. We would love to see that. We also, of course, saw the Super Bowl ad. Listen, man, I love your confidence to put yourself out there and say, "Listen, we gotta fight for health in this country." That was a very special thing. You putting yourself out there. Listen, PC culture. A lot of people say, "Hey, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" But it's a good thing to say, "Listen, processed food kills." What made you want to be a part of that Super Bowl ad?
Because my sister died because she was obese at 25.
Wow.
Believe it, 25 years old.
So this means a lot to you. You're always doing stuff.
100%, yeah.
The Mike Tyson Cares Foundation. We see so much of this stuff, but you're so synonymous with Vegas. I want to know, you fought all over the world, Atlantic City, all over. Yeah. What is it like fighting in Vegas? This being your hometown, is it the best?
For Mike Tyson, it's the ultimate place to be.
Why is that? What's the energy of Vegas?
I don't know. It's called, that's my roots in fighting.
You could feel a different energy when you're in the ring in Vegas. And
100%.
That's why the Mike Tyson...
I can see listen, man, it's just different. I can't even explain it. It's beautiful.
The Mike Tyson Invitational, that's why it's got to go down here in Vegas, March 12th, 13th, yes, 14th. Yes. 3-day event. You got to go to MikeTysonInvitational.com. Elite... young amateurs that are starting off their career.
And when we're not fighting, when the fight's over, we're going to have parties, events. Everything is going to be great.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I would implore people to do this. There's tickets available still right now, MikeTysonInvitational.com. But VIP tables. You want to be a VIP with Mike Tyson.
All day, every day.
If you're a VIP, I'm sure you could even get a picture, something like that. Listen,
we're gonna have the best production going on, man. It's going to be so awesome.
We appreciate you spending so much time with us. Couple last questions for you. So, of course, The Hangover. The Hangover, being here in Vegas, people love that. I mean, with you singing Phil Collins in the air tonight, that was one of the greatest comedic situations of all time. Punching Zach Galifianakis, Alan, did you think that was going to be as, big of a deal when you were shooting it?
No, I didn't. But, listen, everybody else knew it. I had no idea. I'm not pretty much of an actor from that distinguished class of actors, but everyone there knew it was going to be a big hit.
It was one of the coolest things of all time. I think people will always talk about that. Listen, thanks.
The same guy, he made Old School. Remember the movie Old School?
Yeah, Todd Phillips.
And they were saying this was going to top that. I said, no way.
Yeah, listen.
Not Old School.
It's hard to top Old School when Will Ferrell goes streaking and you got Snoop Dogg.
Oh, wasn't that incredible? Wasn't that incredible? Oh, man.
Listen, Will Ferrell going streaking and then Snoop Dogg performing at the, that's hard to top. But Todd Phillips, what did he say? There was a story about Todd Phillips trying to teach, because of course nobody knows how to punch better than you, but he was trying to show you how to punch on camera, which is different than in real life, right?
100%, yes.
That's so funny. And listen, it definitely
that was one of the biggest moments of my life. I had so much fun with those guys.
Listen, you're so much fun. You're a great guy for doing so much for the health of this country. Rest in peace to your sister, who, you're honoring her memory, her legacy. And I know Cus D'Amato's looking down on you and proud of everything. Listen, he guided you for a lot of your life, but I think he would be proud of you, of, all that you're doing right now, to not only just grow the sport of boxing, but now to mentor young kids the way that you were mentored. That's a big deal, and you should be proud of yourself.
Listen, without a mentor, I'm sure you have one too. Without a mentor, you're nothing.
Listen, I appreciate everything. I appreciate you spending so much time. Next time, Mike, since you live here, you're going to come into the studio. I want to have some of these CBD gummies with Holyfield's ear. Can we do that together?
You won't be able to finish the show. I'm serious.
Listen,
You won't finish the show.
listen.
Listen, I don't listen. I gotta keep it real. I don't want to stop the sales, but I don't take that stuff, man. I took that stuff and became afraid to go fight Jake. I said, "Whoa, I don't want to fight nobody." I
Listen,
stopped taking that stuff.
we don't have to worry about that. I just want to take it and listen. We'll see my discipline, and we'll see if I can hang in the ring, hang in the studio while I'm doing that. What was the Jake Paul fight like? Were you happy you participated in that?
Hey, listen, man. After it was over, right, I told my wife, "What the hell I did that for?" The next morning, I woke up as a baby. What the hell did I
But
do
you know
that
what?
for?
I'm going to say this before we wrap, because I think, listen, the courage, that fear that you were talking about earlier, it's a great thing to, at your age, to go in, put yourself out there and be willing to lose, be willing to fight in a situation that's unconventional. That's also a very, that's a thing to be proud of in itself. A lot of people who are the best of all time would not put themselves out there and be vulnerable to do that. And I appreciate that about you. It's the same way, like,
My fear tells me, I owe the world more than that, than to say no.
wow. I agree. Listen, we've learned so much from you. The MikeTysonInvitational.com. Go there
Yes,
right
yes.
now. Get tickets.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
Get
Yes, thank
VIP tickets. Get that VIP table. You're going to love what's going to be on display there. Mike Tyson is giving back the same way that Cus D'Amato gave to him. Now he's going to mentor the next generation of amateur boxers. It's a 3-day showcase. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Go to MikeTysonInvitational.com to learn more. Mike, thank you so much. Next time we'll have you come here in the studio. I appreciate you being so generous with your time.
Hey, the pleasure's mine.
The greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. Thank you, Mike.
God bless.